What's up, y'all, man? This is your boy, Yah's Chosen One. I hope you guys are having a good day today. It's always a good day to be in the book of Yah. We are in Genesis chapter, actually, we're in Exodus. Exodus chapter 1. So, we left, Genesis, the last chapter in Genesis where Joseph is dying, where Joseph died, Jacob died. That's all it says in the Bible, that Joseph died and Jacob died, and he died like they wrapped him and made him into a mummy and everything, and embalmed him, and he was put to rest with his fathers. Now we're going to go to Exodus. We're going to go to Exodus chapter 1, and we're going to see what's going down. Because remember, Joseph was just ruling Egypt, all of Egypt, and now he's dead. And remember, he brought the children of Israel into Egypt to sojourn there, and let's see what happens now. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah. Okay. Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. This is Jasher chapter 59, verse 1 through 5. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. But Joseph was in Egypt already. Yep, Joseph was in Egypt already. He was the ruler, but he was dead. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all the generations. Jasher 59:14, Jasher 59:25. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Remember, we're sojourning in Egypt. In the land of Canaan, we had to come here because there was no food. So we came from Canaan into Egypt. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. That's Jasher chapter 63, verse 4. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out of any war, they join also unto the enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. All right, so we had a situation now, okay, where we've been dealing with the Egyptians through the grace of the Most High through Joseph, who would play as our kind of savior type deal. We're in their land, and now the people are looking at us. We're being blessed. We're multiplying. We're being fruitful and multiplying like the Most High says. And we're growing in number. In Goshen, Sukkoth, wherever we were. And Pharaoh sees this, and the new Pharaoh sees this, and he doesn't like it too much. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with burdens. And this is in Jasher 65, verse 31 through 38. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. So, now whether or not they built these pyramids or not, or we know they built the cities for them. We know that they built the cities. The pyramids is a whole different thing. We're looking to that later. But we know that they built these cities just like these Hebrews built the United States of America on their blood, sweat, and tears. Same thing. Same curses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. They tried to, same way here. The atrocities that were committed against Hebrews here in the United States and everywhere in Brazil, everywhere that we was scattered abroad to, we still came out of it, man. Still came out of it. As much as they tried to um, commit genocide and try to destroy us, the Most High always has to have his remnant. He always has to have his remnant. We as people. And just the same way as Satan, in the last days, he's going to try to destroy, us again, because he's wroth with the Most High. So he's going to try to take it out on the people of the Most High. We've been through a lot, people. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. Jasher 63 verse 35. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick, and in all matter of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. Jasher 65 verse 36. And when we're reading Jasher, when we get to that far, you're gonna see, man, there's all kinds of things they were doing, man. They was putting our babies in walls, like raping our women, like right in front of our faces, and same way they did here, man. Just throwing our babies, it's pretty rough. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. 63 verse 20, that's Jasher 66:23. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then you shall kill him. This is like full abortion. It's actually murder, actually, which abortion is murder, but you just kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared the Almighty, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. Saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have you done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? Jasher 65:28. And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. So before these midwives even come, these Hebrew women's like, man, we're not delivering these babies to you. We know y'all in cahoots with Pharaoh. Therefore, the Almighty dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared the Almighty, that he made them houses. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter you shall save alive. Jasher 61 verse 51. All right. So this is the beginning of Hebrew hardships right here. Like I said, we look like the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? We look like the Egyptians. We're dark skinned just like the Egyptians are. And so we are a different people. And we see here after Joseph, we started to wax exceedingly. We started to be fruitful and multiply. The Most High was with us. And the Egyptians, just fearing that people would come in and try to, as you read in Jasher, they had a lot of enemies. And he feared that since we were growing in number, that we would side with the enemies and destroy Egypt. So what they do? They put us in bondage. Now, the reason here that we was in bondage in the United States, it's a different reason. That's because we weren't obeying laws. You know what I'm saying? We weren't obeying the statutes and commandments. We got away from the Most High, and that was a curse that was put upon us. In this situation in Egypt, like I said, Deuteronomy 28:68, it was bondage. It was bondage because of fear of us. Because of a fear of us. you know. So two different situations, but the same results, which is slavery and bondage and hardships. All right, this your boy, y'all's chosen one. That was Exodus chapter 1. We see our Hebrew people are in bondage. Shalom.